It was the unlikeliest of sitcoms, set in a Nazi POW camp, yet somehow filled with laughter, hijinks, and unforgettable camaraderie.
Klink! England is that way!
I can't understand what happened.
What's that way?
My house!
Hogan's heroes turned war into wit, and its cast into household names. But behind the quirky charm and slapstick antics was a much darker reality.
There are absolutely no clues in the murder of actor Bob Crane, who was known to millions as Colonel Hogan in the television series Hogan's Heroes.
As the camera stopped rolling, tragedy began creeping in. Mysterious deaths, personal demons, and painful goodbyes haunted the stars we once cheered for on screen.
Who brings it here into the barrel?
Oh, I see nothing. I was not here. I did not even get up this morning.
This is the story and tribute to the Hogan's Heroes actors who died. In the realm of Hogan's Heroes, Bob Crane became more than an actor. He was Colonel Robert Hogan incarnate. His portrayal was a masterpiece of comedic rebellion, transforming a World War II POW camp into a stage of wit, cunning, and unexpectedly brilliant humor. Crane breathed life into Hogan, making him the quintessential American hero, charming, intelligent, and perpetually one step ahead of his captors. Each episode was a delicate ballet of resistance, with Crane's Hogan orchestrating elaborate schemes that turned the very concept of imprisonment into a canvas of comedic genius. Yet off-screen, Crane's life was equally complex. A consuming passion for documenting sexual encounters would later become as defining as his on-screen persona. On that fateful June evening in 1978, Crane's life was brutally cut short in his Scottsdale apartment, bludgeoned to death with a camera tripod, an electrical cord found nearby. His murder, forever unsolved despite the arrest and trial of John Henry Carpenter, condemning him with a dark footnote to a career that had once blazed with such vibrant energy.
There are absolutely no clues in the murder of actor Bob Crane, who was known to millions as Colonel Hogan in the television series Hogan's Heroes.
In death, as in life, Bob Crane remained an enigma, a brilliant performer whose legacy would continue to captivate and perplex audiences for generations to come. In the crucible of Hogan's Heroes, 1965 to 1971, John Banner transformed Sergeant Hans Schultz into more than a caricature. He became a testament to survival and humanity. With each bumbling, "I know nothing, nothing," Schultz embodied a man caught between duty and decency, his comedic ineptitude masking a quiet resistance to war's brutality.
Who brings it here into the barrel?
Oh, I see nothing. I was not here. I did not even get up this morning.
Banner, an Austrian-born Jewish refugee who fled Nazi persecution in 1938, infused Schultz with profound depth. He once said, "Schultz is not a Nazi. I see him as the representative of some kind of goodness in any generation." Through this alchemy of humor and heart, Banner turned potential pain into laughter. On January 28, 1973, his 63rd birthday, Banner passed away in Vienna, the city he had fled decades earlier. His legacy endures as a delicate balance of comedy and compassion, etched into television history. In the explosive world of Hogan's Heroes, Larry Hovis was dynamite itself, quite literally. As Sergeant Andrew Carter, the explosives expert with a heart of gold, Hovis turned wartime chaos into a masterclass of comedic timing and charm. His portrayal blended humor and humanity, transforming Carter into one of the show's most endearing figures.
Don't you know no one is allowed outside after roll call?
Schultz, I was just going into town to get some beer.
Hovis's journey began as a nightclub singer and songwriter before transitioning to Broadway from A to Z and television. Cast in Hogan's Heroes after 2 actors dropped out, he brought depth to Carter's character across 6 seasons. Behind the scenes, he wrote for Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and produced game shows like Liars Club. On September 9, 2003, esophageal cancer claimed Hovis at 67 in San Marcos, Texas. As an actor, writer, and professor at Texas State University San Marcos, his legacy remains vibrant, a testament to reinvention and artistry. From war-torn Latvia to Hollywood's bright lights, Cynthia Lynn's life was a testament to resilience. Born Zinta Valdezimilis on April 2, 1937, in Riga, she fled Soviet reoccupation with her mother at age 8, arriving in the U.S. in 1950. Her journey from refugee to actress culminated in her role as Fräulein Helga on Hogan's Heroes, 1965-66, where she brought charm and nuance to Colonel Klink's secretary during the show's first season.
Schmeckhausen? But there's nothing in Schmeckhausen.
We're arranging something right now.
And how will you get out of camp?
Beyond Hogan's Heroes, Lynn appeared in Mission Impossible, The $6 Million Man, and Dr. Kildare. Her autobiography, Escape to Freedom, 2002, detailed her extraordinary life, including her relationships with Bob Crane and Marlon Brando. On March 10, 2014, Lynn passed away at 76 from multiple organ failure caused by hepatitis. Her legacy endures, a remarkable odyssey of survival and reinvention immortalized on screen. From merchant Navy seaman to television icon, Richard Dawson was a shapeshifter of extraordinary talent. Born Colin Lionel M. on November 20, 1932 in Gosport, England, he joined the merchant Navy at 14 and later reinvented himself as a cabaret performer and comedian. In Hogan's Heroes, 1965-1971, his Corporal Peter Newkirk embodied British wit and wartime defiance, turning resistance into an art form with charm and cunning. Dawson's career soared beyond acting. As the audacious host of Family Feud, 1976-1985-1994, he earned fame as the Kissing Bandit, breaking barriers by kissing contestants of all races during a racially tense era. His roles in Match Game and The Running Man cemented his versatility. On June 2, 2012, esophageal cancer claimed Dawson at 79 in Los Angeles. His legacy remains magnetic, a testament to reinvention, charisma, and fearless humor. Imagine a weapon forged from laughter, a comedic sword slicing through the ironclad mythology of Nazi supremacy. This was Werner Klemperer's Hogan's Heroes, where he transformed Colonel Wilhelm Klink into a bumbling bureaucrat, a grotesque caricature of Nazi pomposity. Each blustering failure, every moment of terror before his superiors, was a calculated strike against tyranny.
Hogan, you and your men.
Born March 22, 1920 in Cologne, Germany, Klemperer fled Nazi persecution with his family in 1935. A Jewish refugee turned U.S. Army veteran, he accepted the role of Klink only under one ruthless condition: Klink must always fail. His portrayal earned him 2 Emmy Awards, 1968 and 1969, and global acclaim. On December 6, 2000, after a 6-month battle with cancer, Klemperer passed away in New York City. His ashes were scattered at sea, a poetic journey for a man who turned pain into profound art and defiance into enduring laughter. Picture a comic ninja, armed with impeccable timing and an eyebrow that could launch 1,000 laughs. Enter Bernard Fox, the Welsh wizard who turned bumbling into an art form so sublime it deserves a place in the Louvre of comedy.
The Bentley Royce Tactics F Troop will become a roving band of highly trained fighters with the ability to harass the enemy by roaming behind his line.
Born May 11th, 1927 in Port Talbot, Wales, Fox began acting as a child and served in the Royal Navy during World War II. In Hogan's Heroes, 1965 to 1971, his Colonel Crittenden was a hurricane of hilarity, a bumbling British officer whose every misguided scheme became a symphony of comedic chaos.
Here we were, trying to take Rommel, and who do we kidnap but Admiral Toddley himself, what? That wasn't the plan, you know. Beyond
Crittenden, Fox delighted audiences as Dr. Bombay in Bewitched, Malcolm Merriweather in The Andy Griffith Show, and Colonel Gracie in Titanic, 1997. His career spanned over 6 decades. On December 14, 2016, Fox passed away from heart failure at 89, leaving behind a legacy of laughter that still brightens the darkest corners of life. Imagine a phoenix rising from humanity's darkest inferno. This was Robert Clary, a man who transformed unspeakable tragedy into resilience, laughter, and hope. Born Robert Max Widerman on March 1, 1926 in Paris, France, Clary was the youngest of 14 children. Auschwitz claimed his parents and siblings, but he survived 31 harrowing months by singing for SS soldiers.
Under the Geneva Convention, I don't have to teach you to dance. Take your choice, huh? Votes, foxtrot, or shot as an escaping prisoner.
In Hogan's Heroes, 1965 to 1971, his Corporal Louis LeBeau brought charm and wit to a fictional German POW camp. Every clever scheme and sardonic quip turned oppression into defiance, a subtle echo of his own survival. Beyond television, Clary graced Broadway stages and soap operas like Days of Our Lives. On November 16, 2022, Clary passed away at 96 in Los Angeles. His legacy endures, a vibrant testament to survival's transformative power and a lifelong commitment to ensuring history would never be forgotten. Imagine a man who survived the darkest chapter of human history and transformed his pain into art. Leon Askin was that rare phoenix. Born Leo Ashkenazi on September 18, 1907, in Vienna, Austria, he fled Nazi persecution in 1938, later serving in the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II.
Klink! England is that way!
I can't understand what happened.
What's that way? My house!
As General Albert Burkhalter in Hogan's Heroes, 1965 to 1971, Askin turned Nazi pomposity into farce across 67 episodes. His gruff commands and exasperated clashes with Colonel Klink were masterful acts of comedic subversion, mocking the regime that had once threatened his life.
I'm colorblind, you know.
Klink, you met the lady in the red dress, and she has been eating steadily for an hour and a half.
Beyond television, Askin's career spanned 8 decades, with over 125 screen credits and a celebrated stage presence. On June 3, 2005, at age 97, he passed away in Vienna, the city that had once rejected him. His ashes rest there, a triumphant return for a man of extraordinary courage and artistry. For a show built on escape plans and clever tricks, the cast of Hogan's Heroes couldn't outrun the tragedies that came after the final episode aired. From Bob Crane's still unsolved murder to the quiet losses of beloved co-stars, their legacies are bittersweet, etched into TV history, but shadowed by sorrow. Did you grow up watching Hogan's Heroes? Which cast member's story hit you hardest? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe if you want more untold Hollywood stories. Because sometimes the real drama doesn't happen on set. It happens long after the curtain falls. Until next time, may their spirits rest peacefully as people reminisce about the heroes behind the laughs.